company called Spmr. Some people know us as Smartphone Meter Reading. As an organization, we've been around also for about 45 years. We're based out of the Dallas area here in Plano. So Houston is near and dear to our heart. A lot of customers in the great state of Texas. So Spmr, how did it come about? I'm going to call it by its acronym here. It came about because we realized that the ruggedized handheld market was going away, and also because the AMI market was taking off fantastically. So Spmr started about 5 years ago as a product. We've gone over 200 utilities or organizations that have their meters read by Spmr in one form or another. Most of them are manual read customers. I'll tell you about our AMI product that is brand new, Cyclops, here in just a second. And at the end, you're welcome to have questions, and to the extent that I can answer them generically, I'll do so on this. Otherwise, I'll put my number and my name at the bottom for you to give me a phone call. So let's see if we can go to the next page here. So what is the value proposition? Why Spmr? What's so great about it? And first of all, let me back up. Some of the customers that we have in that 200 include Austin, El Paso, Fort Worth, Tampa, Broward County, which is Miami, and Gwinnett County, which is Atlanta. And then we have utilities who are very, very small. On the manual meter reading side, for people to send meter readers out, they are water, they are gas, they are electric. On the AMI side, I'll end up getting into the details. We are water only. So if anybody's electric or gas, I do not automate those meters right there. But our value proposition, this first bullet point, the main thing why people love our system is because we give them 100% reading validation. And what does that mean? That means that we give you a reason that you don't have to go reread it, and we give you the tools to send information back to the customer so that they feel confident in that reading. And I'll go through that in a second. Real-time data. If you're using a smartphone to read meters, which is the way that we do it, that's the long version of our name, you are going to be connected at all times. And that is going to give you absolute flexibility during times like COVID, during times like the freeze that passed through North Texas a couple months ago and things like that. And of course, our AMI, like everybody else's, is real time. Inexpensive hardware. If you're going to go out and read with a smartphone, it's far less expensive than a handheld. If we were to put all the technology that's jammed into a smartphone into a handheld, you know that that thing would cost about $5,000. So smartphones, the ones that we recommend highly, come in less than $500. And then on the AMI side, I'll tell you about the secret sauce here in a second. #1 meter reading system. Of course, that's our claim. But just remember at all times, we are not only manual, we're not just meter readers, we're manual and AMI. On the manual side, when you use a smartphone to read, we are leveraging the fact that 81% of people already know how to use a smartphone. We're also leveraging the fact that smartphone has GPS, camera, real-time data, voice to text. We've put all of that into our product to make sure that everything benefits the reader, benefits the office staff, and benefits the customer. And like I said, last but not least, the value of a smartphone, less than $500 per smartphone out there, gets people up and running very inexpensively. AMI, I don't put the name up here, but we call it Cyclops. If you go to our website, you see all the pictures, all the details on that. We are leveraging the fact there is some very powerful micro camera technology. Like they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. What we do is we take a picture of the meter reading, we transmit that over the air, it gets character recognized in the cloud, and we send it over cellular infrastructure, so nobody has to pay to install or maintain any equipment above ground. So what are the software and hardware components? Just to recap here, all of our customers, big, small, water, gas, electric, they log into what's called Spmr Web. That is their meter reading route management validation in the sky. SciWeb is the software where if they want to have a customer portal or they want a portal to look at hourly reads, daily reads, pictures, things like that that are transmitted by Cyclops units, they go to SciWeb. All of that is at a tier 3 data center, which means it has 99.9% uptime. It also means that they can get on from any browser on any PC. Spmr smartphone software, the only catch in the entire prezo that I give to people is that we're not on the Apple platform, we're on the Android platform. And that's for one reason, because there's a whole lot of models to choose from. And that's how you get something less than a $1,200 phone. So we do not do that. Cyclops, I'll show you a picture of it here in a second. I just want to remind again, a photo is taken of every single meter. It backcalls it over cellular every single night, and it comes into something I'll show you here in a second. Sorry about that. So this is a little cloud diagram of what it looks like when people download routes. So if people are reading meters, and a lot of people still are reading them manually, like I said, those big utilities are still doing it. They're able to download routes of 500 meters in about 2 seconds. Likewise, all of the reads, photos, and GPS go up automatically. So that happens instantaneously. This is a picture, if you can see it, of a Cyclops camera unit affixed to a water meter. So there's two-way communication from SciWeb to every single Cyclops unit. Every single unit can be configured wirelessly and told what to do over the air. And likewise, on the right side, all of the readings and photographs go up automatically. They go up every single night. And that is a real picture of a meter that's up in Oklahoma. The picture gets transmitted, gets interpreted in the cloud, and that's basically it. So if you have any further questions, you're welcome to ask them. The next step for most people is to either email me so that we can talk, and or to schedule a demo where we go through a full detailed presentation of the product. Anybody have any questions about that? No? Well, I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Everyone. And as we said earlier, if everyone's feeling a little camera shy to do their questions right now, we will have breakout rooms at the end of all the presentations. So you can go in there and ask as many questions as you wish. So thank you, Andy. We're gonna go ahead and go to Neptune Technology, and I believe Hunter Brown is gonna present for us.
That's right. Just let me share my screen here. Are you all able to see my screen?
Not yet.
All right.
Now it's coming up.
What about now?
There it is.
All right, perfect. So we'll try to keep this, short and sweet. 10 minutes is pretty quick, but I very much appreciate the folks at HGAC for allowing us the opportunity to provide this presentation. So my name is Hunter Brown. I'm the Neptune Territory Manager. We also have Justin Krieg on as well. Both Justin and I are based in Texas. We have counterparts that are Neptune representatives all over North America, and local level distributors in every state. Specifically in Texas, we work with Core in Maine is our distributor. They have about, last I checked, 17 or 18 physical locations across Texas. So let me see here. Well, trying to progress my slide and having some technical difficulties.
That's
There we
right.
go. There we go. Slide 2. All right. So who is Neptune? What do we do? We're founded in 1886 as a water meter manufacturer. Fast forward now, 135 years later, we still manufacture water meters. And we have always done that in the United States. We're very proud of that. As a company, we have evolved as technology has advanced. And today, most of the water meters that we ship are equipped with radio endpoints. And those radio endpoints go out to customers, the 4,000 plus customers that we have across North America that have automated reading systems. And with automated reading systems, really it's all about reducing the time it takes to read water meters and providing actionable data to customer service and utility management. It's also important to note as well, we are focused on the water market. So, gas and electric are not our area of expertise. So how does the system work? how do we, get the data? And really, it's all about data in today's, day and age. So we create the data at the water meters. So we manufacture these in-house. These are manufactured in Tallahassee, Alabama. We have a full line of mechanical and ultrasonic water meters. The meters pictured here have our integrated radios on them. Those meters are designed to transmit a radio signal that can be collected in several different ways, right? So the radio signal can be collected via a walk-by with a handheld or a cell phone. They can be collected via drive-by AMR or fixed network AMI. And once the data is collected, it then is passed to the cloud. And from the cloud, it is consumed within a software that we call Neptune 360. And this is what is utility facing. So our utility customers log in every day. This is the software that they see, and they're able to manage their customers accordingly. So to drive this point home, we throw out AMR and AMI and we talk about these things, but I like this slide because it really illustrates exactly what we're talking about. So with our systems, a drive-by AMR is on the more basic side of things from a data collection standpoint. But what happens here is all the meters are automated, so they have our radio endpoint. A vehicle is then equipped with our mobile collection device, and that meter reader drives the system. As he or her drive the system, the readings come in. Now what we're capturing is the monthly billable read. So we're getting one read per all the water meters that are installed. Now, if someone calls in with a high bill complaint and customer service needs more data than just one read per meter per month, they have access to that, but it requires a special trip back to the water meter. And then once that trip is made, we can use a cell phone, and we can pull 96 days of hour by hour data to handle that billing dispute. So that's really the most basic way we do smart metering. Now, the more advanced way of doing it is through a fixed network. So what we're doing here is we're utilizing, in essence, the same exact water meters with the same exact radios. Instead of driving around, what we're going to do is we're going to put fixed collection points that are going to be installed throughout the city. And what those are going to do is it's going to form this network umbrella, as you see here. So you can imagine as these circles come up, if you can envision in the middle of each one of these circles, there would be a fixed asset, right? We call it a collector or a gateway. We put these on water towers, freestanding monopoles, any building that or structure that our customers have access to that have a high elevation. And at this point, all the data comes in. So I'm going to get hourly data for every meter every day, and I don't have to send anyone out to capture that data. Now, from a network infrastructure standpoint, we allow customers the option of building this network out and maintaining the network infrastructure themselves. But what we're seeing more and more of our customers migrate to is a true network as a service, because they don't want to have to manage maintaining a cellular, radio communication network. Their core competency is focusing on, providing clean drinking water to customers and distribution of that service. So we went very briefly through water meters. We can spend an hour just talking about water meters. We can spend an hour just talking about the collection method. But to keep it short and sweet, once the data is collected, it then goes into the internet, to the cloud. And from the cloud, it goes into our Neptune 360 software. So Neptune 360 software, this software can be installed on a phone, on a tablet, on a PC. It's software as a service, so our customers don't have to maintain and manage any servers on premise. It's all third-party hosted through Amazon Web Services. One of the questions we get all the time is, wait a second, someone else is managing this data. We assure customers it is still their data. AWS is used by some of the largest companies in the country. A few to mention would be Netflix, ESPN, General Electric, Johnson & Johnson, and they utilize state-of-the-art data security to keep that data secure. So that was a very quick presentation, but yeah, that is the nuts and bolts of our system and how it works.